Welcome to the $25,000 Canadian Hunter Derby, sponsored by Salentein Wines. Thank you all for joining. Brent, you were second yesterday. You won tonight with Class Act with a score of 107. What was your strategy?
Well, the strategy of this class is which I love the class and the Guthrie family that put this on because it's a handy, which in essence to hunters means speed and efficiency. But what it needs to be in utmost, and that's why it takes a top judge to judge it, it has to be a hunter class. So what we see a lot of times is we see everybody going fast and handy with speed, but it's not a hunter class. And what's really been awesome this year is having Christian, again, you coming out with class horses that are real hunters, and they're hunters in any league. And so what it was a difficult course in the sense of being a hunter and being handy. So my strategy with some really class horses in the group was to keep some composure and maintain a hunter round and then maintaining a handy. There were a few jumps out on that course that even I got into, and it didn't get so huntery all of a sudden. So, and I expect that. But, so again, to your question is, it was really to maintain my hunter strategy.
You and Class Act never cease to make an amazing Derby round. Tell us how your partnership has grown since last Royal West.
Well, we've had a real disadvantage. He had colic surgery in February this year. So this is his second show back of this season. So, having a really good groundwork in him, he was good here last year. I forget the placing exactly, but at any rate, he's got a lot of knowledge. He is very handy. He's a very useful horse, but he has not had a lot of show experience this year. So I'm really going off of last year, and I think the break was good for him. I think he's coming back stronger. I'm doing things a little bit differently with him, changing bits a little bit between hunter rounds and Derby rounds. Just doing some different stuff. He's, and again, the facility here is really, really to be commended because it's very horse friendly. Horses like it here, and they jump better, in my opinion. And so when we get ready to do some more unfriendly horse places, it ends up not such a shock to them because they've had some good experience.
Isabel, tell us a little bit about your horse as well as the course tonight.
Well, first of all, my horse is very good for derbies outside, but when it comes to inside, he gets very nervous. So, like last year, we didn't really have a good experience here. And so tonight, we had a very nice course with a very good score, basic score, but we went around everything, and I think that's the way he likes it. So he is very nice to watch around, but when it comes to the Andy part, like Brent was saying, he gets a little bit lost in that for that part. But for him to come here and have a good experience, and maybe one day he will get better. We don't know, but it's always nice to come and have different people that we see and we compete against, and So for me, it's always a nice trip to. So all year we try to qualify. Well, even if we don't qualify, we like to come here. But it's to have that sponsorship, makes it easier. So that's why all summer we did all the derbies to make sure we were focused on here, and because it's a very nice place to, like we said, to practice in the warm-up ring. It just gives us a chance to get ready. Some horse show, it's very difficult. So at least we leave here with a good experience. And and it's always fun to come. People are different and different mentality. So we really like it.
Redneck Alberta.
Exactly.
Proud of it.
Proud of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People are proud to be what they are here, and it's, makes it special.
Of course, we see you constantly in the Grand Prix ring as well as the Derby ring. What is it like to compete in such different classes?
Well, the jumper, it's really what I like to do. Because it's always a challenge every time you do a Grand Prix. But now with the Hunter Derbies, like we saw tonight, people, you have to do the inside, you have to make it handy, and then, it gets to the point that the winner has to do it. And we saw tonight that the last one that went, well, he had the pressure on, and it didn't go the way he wanted to go. And that's the thing we like about the Derby. It's not just about the best horse. It's the everything, the rider, the best horse, the luck, the way you ride it. There's so many different ways to ride it, and it just makes it special. So I like it too.
John, you must be very pleased with tonight's class. There was a great field of competitive riders from all over Canada. Any thoughts?
I enjoy hosting the Hunter Derbies, and a good friend of mine back east, Jeff Brandmeier, is one of the founders of this whole series. And in the last number of years, you're really trying to step it up. And I think across the country, I know at your place out in Thunderbird, they're very, very popular. I know at our farm they're popular, and I think back east they're really starting to gain some traction. And then having a major indoor tournament here in the West, Royal West, combined with the Royal Fair back east, two major venues with good quality hunter derbies, it's great. So I love to do it. I wish I could ride well enough to ride in the competitions, because I'd like to take some of that money from our fine sponsor,
I'm
Ben.
happy you don't. You figured it out.
But no, it's good, and we love running it. And I'm just, we're so glad to have the quality riders here that bring their top horses, and it's a real, testament to me and the venue and our team that they're willing to bring their good horses here. So I was extremely happy about it, and extremely happy with the support of Ben, which I'm sure you're going to ask him some questions too.
We're actually now. Salentein Wines has been a generous sponsor of this class since 2015.
Right.
How important is it to support such an amazing class?
Well, it is good to see. We at Salentein, we have a very large operation in cattle as well as wine. And we have a lot of horses. We still do a lot of work on horses. We see the horses working with the gauchos still come out, and they work with the horses. So we see that in a different perspective, obviously, than in a top sport. But so it's really interesting to see how these horses can compete and do extremely well in a sports environment, as opposed to the daily slog that they have to do on our farms. The other nice thing is, of course, that my friend here is going to take some of that money back to BC, and we all know what BC stands for. It stands for Bring Cash. So in this case, it actually works well. So,
We're going to build a pipeline, though.
yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a while. No, but it's really good to see. It's really good to see the top, performers in the arena. It's a very exciting competition. And because it's not just jumping, it's not just time, it's the psychology of it. It's working with the horse. I think it's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, congratulations, Brent. Good luck to you, Isabel, as you head to the Royal. Thank you to Ben, our sponsor. It was a lovely class to watch, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.